Hi, this is Quintella Griffin, Realtor with Better Homes and Gardens, Real Estate, Royal and Associates. And today I'm going to share with you the 4 reasons why your house didn't sell. First, fear of not getting the listing. Yes, fear of not getting the listing is why your property did not sell and expired. So at the beginning of your relationship with your realtor, for some odd reason, they thought that if they didn't say what you want to hear, they would not get the listing. So they did not be honest with you and truthful about either the list price, how long it was going to take, as is sale, or if you needed repairs, whatever was necessary for them to be able to sell your house. They did not feel like they could tell you that during the listing appointment or during the time he was preparing the listing appointment. So because of that is the reason why it didn't sell. I know that you might find that hard to believe, but it's truthful. If you don't start off with being confident and just being honest with the homeowner about what you can do, what the market trends are, and if that house can sell and how fast it can sell for the price that you're listing it for, then it's not going to sell. So fear of not getting a listing will sometimes and a lot of times cause an agent to not be honest with the homeowner and to just say whatever they think you want to hear instead of what the truth is. Lack of communication skills is the next one, and probably one of the biggest issues once the agent has the listing. So taking a listing is more than putting a sign in front of the house. A lot of times the agents will list the property and there's confidential notes. A lot of times they will put in the confidential notes. See this link, text for information, go to this email address. So although we have modern technology, there is nothing more effective than oral communication. Sometimes texts and emails get misconstrued, or you're not really sure how it comes across. And so sometimes things can be taken in the wrong manner when communicating. Further lack of communication skills are simply the listing agent, once they get the listing unknown to the homeowner, they slap it on the market. They feel like because it's got a sign in front of it and because they're the listing agent and they do a lot of listings, it'll sell, but they will not respond to a buyer's agent who's making an inquiry or answering a question. So if the buyer's agent calls too many times or sends messages or text messages and the listing agent does not respond, then the buyer's agent will simply move on to another property with either enough information in the MLS to answer their questions or to a listing agent who will actually answer the phone. You ought to try sometimes doing being a mystery buyer when you have a listing just to see how frequent your listing agent will answer the phone. But whatever you do, make sure you don't call from your number, or you can have a friend call and see how fast they respond to an inquiry. Listing agents do not like to answer the phone. This is poor or lack of communication skills. You cannot take a listing and fail to respond to an appraiser, to inspectors, to whomever it is that's making an inquiry regarding the property. So that's one of the biggest reasons, believe it or not, that your property didn't sell and expired, because your listing agent refused to respond to communications. Next, no or poor marketing plan. Selling the home requires more than putting a sign in front of the house. Just because you put a sign in front of the house, it shows up on Zillow, it shows up on Realtor, it shows up on Movado.com, it shows up on Redfine.com. All these real estate websites where people search is not a marketing plan. It is a form of finding the listing, but it's definitely not a marketing plan. So you want to sit down and talk to your agent when you're hiring them and say, hey, what is your marketing plan? Besides inputting it in the MLS, besides once you put it in the MLS, it populates into all of these real estate websites. Besides those things, what other factors or what other marketing plan do you have to implement to sell the house? All right, the next thing is lack of ability to change with the market circumstances. For example, failure to use technology, social media, professional networking, or systems employed to sell. So I'm going to give you, as a perspective, a homeowner that might be getting ready to list their house, an example of that. So right now we're in a coronavirus environment, and before they enter the property, they must sign what they call a P. Well, if the listing agent does not respond to the buyer's agent saying, yes, you may access, we did receive your P, then how are they going to enter the property? So we all know that the real estate business, the market is up and down and down and up. So you have to hire an agent that is fast and flexible in understanding how markets work. So if your agent doesn't understand how the market they're in works, that's going to be a problem right there. So failure to use technology is really important. So for example, I use Disclosures.io, where you don't have to email me and ask me, can I get the disclosures? You can simply look in the MLS, it has the link and all the information that the seller you would have filled out. Disclosures, reports, compliances with sewer lateral will be right there and available for the prospective buyer or the buyer's agent to take a look at. Social media, unfortunately, a lot of people do not like using it. They think it's intrusive. Unfortunately, that's the way the world circles right now. We live in a social media environment. You would be amazed how much information people share on social media. And so social media is imperative for selling houses. Professional networking. You should belong to some type of professional networking outside of the association you belong to. Systems employed in the sale. And we could discuss that further, but I don't want to go on and on. But these are the 4 major reasons why your house didn't sell. So looking at an agent's stats on how many houses they sold is not an indication of how good they are. Fear of not getting the listing is a major reason. Lack of communication skills is a major reason. No or poor marketing plan is another reason. And a lack of ability to change with the market circumstances is another reason why your house did not sell. What you really want most is an agent that does not fear the homeowner, that can be respectful in their communications to you, but be honest about the sale and the transaction of the real estate agent. If you are ready to work with a professional that has no issues with effective communication and will give you an honest opinion about the sale of your house, please feel free to give Quintella Griffin, Realtor with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Royal and Associates, a call at 510-295-9298. I'm available for Zoom appointments or any method that you may have to communicate with me. Or you may also email me at agentqrealtor@gmail.com. agentqrealtor@gmail.com. One more time, agentqrealtor@gmail.com. And I hope to hear from you and have a great day. Thank you.